Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet an expert on the sweet smell of success. Her journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, have you ever gone into a home or an office and you just like the way it smells? You feel like you're at home because we rely so much on our sense of smell, even if we're not thinking about it. For instance, the other day I was walking into the company and I smelled sugar cookies, and I asked Lauren, our director of First Impressions, has somebody been baking? And she says, no. Every morning I go down the hall and I spray a scent, and it just happened to be sugar cookies, and I said, I love that smell. Somebody who knows a lot about that is my next guest, Sooji Park. She is with Spark Chances. Thanks for coming on the show.
So wonderful to be here,
Yes,
Jeff. Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, I'm going to say we're doing it kind of a poor man's way because we're just spraying it going down the hallway. You have really taken everything to the next level. Talk about what you're doing.
So what we're doing is we're doing what high-end luxury retail casinos do professionally, and we are bringing it to cultures of care and especially healthcare. So the science behind good smells is when it smells good, you feel good, so then you stay longer and spend more.
That's so powerful. We're going to pull up a page off of your website, and I want to go down to the slider page because it shows a lot of the different things that you're involved in. How does it work exactly? Is it you're putting it in the HVAC system?
Absolutely. So, sometimes people see a diffuser or candle and they have allergies, but this way we're doing it like the Ritz-Carlton, like Disney, like the airlines, and putting it into the ductwork so that the second people walk into your place of business, it's just an experience, an immediate experience.
Okay, you mentioned the casinos. I want to drill down a little deeper on that. So there is actually science that if you are at a casino and you're liking the scent, you'll stay longer, you'll spend more money?
So there is scientific Harvard Business Review studies that have shown, and they've done their own studies. They're not going to do something that's not going to generate the revenue. But for casinos, their data is 30 gross points.
No kidding.
So what does that mean? For every $1 million, they gain an additional $300,000 just for having it smell good.
That's crazy. And is there a scent that they kind of lean towards, like the smell of money, or?
I think they might have like a monopoly on that, but for me, having a signature scent is an extension of your story, your brand. If you have a mission or vision, that's what I think you want to create. So it is marketing,
Right.
but we're using the olfactory system.
So if you're working with a casino, you'll get with them and say, okay, what is the feel that you want to achieve? And here's our experience with the smell of leather, the smell of wood. I'm making this up because I don't. This is your world, not mine.
So in terms of what I've done is that I really love to help people. So when I joined this organization, I wanted it to be cultures of care. So positive organizations, and specifically the pandemic happened, and I thought, how about healthcare? I'm not really in the business of wanting to make somebody stay longer so that they can purchase something that I think maybe they don't need.
Right.
But healthcare if I can get people to feel comfortable when they're scared
Yes.
going to see a doctor, and put them at ease before they even see the doctor, then I've done like a triple win.
Yeah.
Because they get their health care, the doctor gets to provide the health care, and I help facilitate it.
Well, let's talk more about that, because I think if I think about the smell of that you associate with the hospital, it's like Clorox or something. You're smelling clean, but almost like chemical clean.
Exactly. And so, like, if you're already nervous going in and then you walk into that, it might ease your mind, like, okay, at least I'm not going to pick up any germs from here.
Right.
But I think you're going to tense up even more. You're going to be less willing to say, sure, go ahead and fill that cavity, or you're just going to want to leave as soon as possible.
So let's imagine I was the CEO of a healthcare system in Dallas, and they have several prominent ones here in Dallas.
Yes.
And I'm working with you for the first time. What scents would you recommend to create that calming effect that you just described?
So our fragrances, I would say 95% come from Europe. So they're not familiar smells. A lot of US fragrance houses are very simplistic. Please don't get offended.
Yeah, no.
So it's like lavender or eucalyptus or white tea,
Right.
citrus.
Right.
Ours have a little bit more depth. So I would first scour their website, look at what their mission, vision, values. And at the end of the day, we're elevating the patient experience.
Yes.
And so considering Dallas is super hot, I would probably make a recommendation of something that's as well calming and crisp, cool, refreshing, welcoming.
Love that.
And then I would go to my portfolio of scents and make my top 3 recommendations.
We have a page off of your website that I want to scroll down because it goes on for miles, and it shows just some of the fragrances that a new client can shop around. But you're all about, let's give you a designer scent nobody else has.
Exactly. And then also we have a couple of organizations and they're called dental service organizations. So it's not just like a one mom and pop. They have hundreds of locations. And so one location of ours, they said, we really love this scent.
Yes.
And there is no patent on scents unless you are using it for a marketing standpoint. So I was able to get the scent, send it to our fragrance house, and they were able to replicate it.
Okay, so
yeah.
let's imagine I was your client, and I may be. I may be. You can tell I'm already a fan of what you're doing. How would you work with me to come up with a designer scent for this place?
So, I mean, the studio is out of this world.
Thank you.
Jeff, it's amazing, beautiful. I can't wait to come back again and tell all of my friends.
Wow.
So what you're doing is so unique, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know you this morning. So I already have a few ideas of what would work. And you are such an open and friendly person.
Thank you.
I think that would be definitely a scent that I would try to find.
Don't stop. Don't
Oh,
stop.
please,
Don't stop.
please. So because that's
you.
the essence of you. So the minute they walk in, they're already having this experience of, I belong here. I feel welcome.
Wow.
I'm excited to be on Jeff's show.
Wow, that's the most powerful compliment you could possibly give me.
Aww.
Yeah. Can
Well,
we,
let's
can we,
let's
can we
do.
do I'm going to do a pinky promise. Okay.
Oh
can
well,
we do best
can
case?
we do the thumb too? That
Oh,
seals
I
the
didn't-
deal.
oh, that's right.
Seals the deal.
Okay, Sooji, we've only got a couple minutes left. So if somebody's watching this and they say, man, I think I found my company. How does it work? Do they reach you through your website, or how do they reach out to you?
Well, I think at the end of the show,
Yeah,
you're going to be putting up my LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yes.
Connect with me on LinkedIn,
Yes.
shoot me a message. And I mean, showing up really matters. So there are a lot. Scent is an $8 billion industry.
Unbelievable.
I really feel like what I bring is a concierge level service.
Yes.
And so relationships matter, and I need to get to know my clients
Yes.
and my partners. And the better I know you, the easier it's going to be for me to come up with that beautiful scent for you.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for blessing us with your wisdom and the sweet smell of success. We're going to end, as we said, with her LinkedIn page. We'll put that up there. Just go ahead and message her, friend her, follow her on social media. Sooji Park, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks so much, Jeff. Pleasure.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.